Hey guys, this is Time FK7. My name is Chris, and today we're going to do a little quick review of this KTuner V2 that I installed on this car about 3 weeks ago, maybe almost a month ago. Here are my thoughts of this since I installed it, and yeah, it's a great device. Basically, I'm just going to do like a POV driving with the KTuner so that you guys can see the gauges right here and how it works. So everything is in real time. So if I were to rev my car, let me just open up the window so that you guys can hear. So that little rev right there, as you saw, this shot up, and then there is quite a bit of lag right here. So this one, the KTuner has the real-time information, so there is no lag because this is connected directly to your OBD port. So all that information is being transmitted into this screen right here. So the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is how to get these lights to work so that I can get the full KTuner experience on this car, even though this is a CVT. So right now I'm currently trying to figure this out. So if you guys know, comment down below because that's going to help out a lot. But anyways, let's get started with the POV, and I'll tell you my thoughts of this KTuner since I installed it 3 weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. I've already put in about 1,000 miles since I installed the KTuner. So yeah, let's go. For this experiment, we're just going to do some back road driving so that, you know, you guys can see the gauges work.
It's time to showcase some of your builds that you have submitted to me, and in this video we have more than one build because I've been receiving a ton of submissions. Starting off with Liz's build, also known as Moose from the Discord server, with her 2017 Sport Hatch. Next we have Augustine Rico's build. And finally, we have Brandon Gallegos, who says that he's been a fan since day one and sent a first ever video feature. Check it out.
And if you want your build to be featured on the channel, be sure to send me your pictures or videos at christimefk7@gmail.com. You can either send me pictures or videos or even both, and then I'll feature it in my upcoming videos. So be sure to send me your stuff and your address and your date of birth and your social and your credit card number.
Okay, whatever.
Let's talk about my thoughts after 1,000 miles. The current tune that I have is a stage 1 base map tune, which has been tested and proven to gain you power while still being reliable. And for this tune you could still use 87 octane, but to get the best results always go with 91 octane minimum. This will get you improved throttle response, remove throttle dampening on low end, better performance off the line, reduced turbo lag, improved low end and mid-range torque, boost raised to 18 psi, and overall it produces a much more sporty feel, drivability, and additional top end power. So as soon as you flash your tune, you will really feel the difference. Because I know for me, it made the car feel like it was on a whole nother level. Because when I did mine, I was surprisingly doing 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds, and all I had was a short RAM intake. My car was also lower, so that might have also helped with my acceleration. But the downsides to this device, well, for starters, you will void your warranty. So once you flash your car, there will be no turning back. So keep that in mind if you're worried about your warranty. Second, the screen sometimes won't turn on when I start the car. I've been told there was a setting that I have to adjust, but it's just annoying how 3/10 of the time I get in my car, all I see is a non-functioning screen. There were even times where I would get to my destination, put my car into park, and the screen would magically turn on. But overall, this was my first tuning experience, so if I could do it, you can too. It was scary at first because of all the noises, and having your engine lights turn on kind of freaked me out, but that's normal. It'll go away once you take the car out for at least 10-minute drive, but yeah, overall it made the car feel a lot more snappier, a lot more alive. So do I recommend tuning your car? Absolutely. Would I prefer it again? Hell yeah, I would. In fact, once I get more performance parts, I'll try out more tunes and I'll take you guys along with me so we can all learn together.
Alright guys, so here's a little close-up of the KTuner. As you can see, I have my KTuner all set up. I got my PSI right there. So I still haven't got a chance to do the lights yet. So I gotta figure how to do that. So this is real-time information because this is plugged in your OBD port. And then of course I have the temperature of my intake. So this 158 degrees Fahrenheit. It is currently 84 degrees out right now, so it is pretty hot. And I just got back from a drive and the car is now sitting still. Then I have the TPS. I don't know what that means, but I think that's like throttle. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna put in the abbreviations on the screen. So TPS, it looks like every time I step on the throttle, like right here, so that's 3%. So if I step on it harder, so obviously the number is gonna go back up, and then once I let go, it's gonna go back to 0. And then of course it's telling me what gear I am. And then the AIGN, I'm not quite sure what that is, but I just left it up there. But for you to customize what information you want on this KTuner, all you gotta do is just tap the screen, and then you're gonna go under layout. So text item 1, 2, up to 6. So the order that this goes this is text item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So text item 1 is your top left, text item 6 is your bottom right here. So you have the flexibility to customize that whichever way you want. So let's change text item 6. So this is all the stuff that you get that you could display as your information. And like I said, I'm just gonna put up the abbreviations of each code so that you guys can, you know, see what exactly it means. But basically this is all the information that you can display, and then there's even page 2. So for some reason you have FPS, frames per second. I'm hoping that doesn't mean frames per second, but I don't know. But yeah, this is what the KTuner menu looks like, and you have the let's do the battery. So it tells you how much battery you're using. So if I go back here, so now we have the battery usage right there. So once again, if I click on this, hit the K, this is where you can flash the car. So if I hit flash, you can clear the tunes, you can set this to factory, and then tune 1 and tune 2. These are the tunes that I saved on the car, which you can, you know, edit or add or delete once you plug this in a PC. Which I already did. So if you want to check that out, that's a video that I've already done on the channel. So let's go back and hit the K once again. So you can actually look for errors. So right now there's no codes, and if you do have a code, you can always clear it by hitting that button. So we're just gonna close that out, hit the menu button again, hit the K, and we can change our gauges. So if you're sick and tired of that default red gauge, you can always set this to a different gauge. So let's go through all the gauges. So this right here is your speed, this right here is your RPM, and this is the temperature. So it is getting a little toasty, so gotta end this video quickly before, you know, get some heat soak, overheat the car. So we're gonna change that. Gauges. So we have a red version and a blue version. I'm not going to go through the blue version. It's pretty much the same thing, except the color is different, obviously. So you know what, let's just go here, try out the blue one. And this is what the blue looks like. And of course, like earlier, you can change the layout of this if you click on the screen, and it gives you an option to change what description you want for each text item right here. So there you go. Let's go back, change the gauge again. Okay, so this is another gauge. Okay, right here is your RPM. Number 1, that's your gear. And then you can customize this as well. So if you go under layout, and you get up to 11 texts or 11 items that you can display on the screen. And of course you can change the color. So if you wanted yellow, it changes to yellow. Dark blue, change that to dark blue. So go back and check out the other gauge. So basically you get the same thing but a white background, and then this one looks like your stock gauge that you have on your car, except it's smaller. So let's customize it. Let's see how many items you can put. So you can put up to 6 items on this one. All right, so let's go back again, gauge, and again it's just the same thing but white. And then for these ones, these are just pretty much your default gauges, except this one is a white background, this one's a black background but with a white outline, and this is just a white background with a white outline as well. So I kind of like the default one, and then my second favorite has to be this one right here, because you get like this cooler gauge right here. I haven't customized it yet, but if you go back and go back to the default one, that's where I really set the gauges or set the information. So I have all the information that I need right here, and my temperature is going up, so it's at 170 degrees because I am still, and it is pretty hot outside. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, like I said, this is made out of metal and it's pretty sturdy, high quality material, and you do not have to keep this plugged in if you tuned your car, because your tune is already saved on your ECU. So you can run the tune while this is unplugged. And to power this, you don't even need to plug this in a micro USB to USB. So you don't have to plug this into your car or anything. You just have to have this OBD port to KTuner plugged in so that you can get your real-time information. And yeah, that's the KTuner for you. And right now, the car has been running perfect since I installed the KTuner. So the tools you'll need for this installation is a screwdriver. So you could be using a Phillips screwdriver, or you can use a 10mm socket wrench. So that's all you need.